Hi, everybody. Welcome to the preview show delivered by FedEx. I'm Marty Snider from NBC Sports. He is Chris Rice from NTS Motorsports and also NASCAR.com. We're here to talk a little Vegas racing this weekend, Rice.
I'm not taking any money, so I'm good.
Oh, that's good. Usually when you dole it out at Vegas, you don't get it back, right?
That's right.
That's how they pay for those buildings, right? Before we do that, though, I want to talk about Atlanta. Fantastic competition at Atlanta this past weekend. Joey Logano won the pole up front early on. Kevin Harvick very strong in the middle part of the race. The end was dominated by Jimmy Johnson, though. Afterwards, Jimmy said, don't take too much from this about NASCAR's new rules package to say these are the teams who are going to be good. You agree with that?
Well, I agree to disagree. And the reason why, because I feel the ones that raced up front right there are going to be the ones that race up front all year. We look at what NASCAR has done with the rules package. Yes, Atlanta is slick. You know, that when they took the horsepower away, it helped them to be able to control it a little bit better there. So that's kind of what he's talking about. But let me tell you, the guys that were up front will be the guys that are up front for the first part of the year until they get in the chase.
Interesting preview. And we saw some of the same guys be good at Daytona as well. You know, the biggest challenge of the weekend, Chris, probably was qualifying on Friday. 13 teams didn't even make it on the track for qualifying. They did get a pass-through inspection, had to come back around once again, including our race winner Jimmy Johnson, Tony Stewart, and Jeff Gordon. Here's what Gordon had to say about qualifying on Friday.
I don't know how many cars there must be back here that never even got a chance to go on the track. You know, I know we went through twice. I've seen 5 or 6, you know, maybe even 10 cars that have issues, you know, going through with certain little things. But this many cars that didn't go, that's not on these teams. It's a big letdown, you know, for me and for this, for our series right now that this happened, because there's no way that this should ever happen.
Well, Chris, your reaction, what Jeff Gordon had to say, and at the end of the day, what was the issue with qualifying in Atlanta?
Well, we look at NASCAR. They're doing a really good job of trying to keep everybody in the same box. So we've talked about the laser platform that they have, and they're holding us to a tolerance that's really, really close. The problem is the time that we have after practice until it's time to go qualify is very, very short. So if you're off 10, 5 thousandths, which is, you know, your hair is only 3 thousandths thick. If you're off that much, as a crew chief, we don't want to change anything. We want to roll around and try it again, because listen, the tires move a little bit. If we roll around and push it up on there a little bit different, then it's a little different. We roll right on and we haven't gave up anything. What they done at Atlanta is they made the miscue of not fixing what they had to fix in time.
Well, and NASCAR sending a message, you've got to be right on with your car when you show up at the racetrack, right? I mean, that's the bottom line.
Absolutely, and you have to. It's no give and take on the laser platform.
It's going to be interesting to see if this continues over the next few weeks, because now NASCAR goes west. In fact, that's the official hashtag now. NASCAR goes west for back-to-back races. Vegas, then Phoenix, then Fontana. This is awesome for the fans out west, isn't it? They kind of own the series for a little while. But what is the challenge for the race teams?
Wow. I look at it from a standpoint of how many race vehicles I got to have ready.
Right.
Oh, my gosh. You're looking at, okay, some teams will stay out from Vegas to Phoenix to California. It's a big overtaking for most race teams. They're going to have 7, 8 vehicles ready to go just in case they have a problem at these 3 racetracks.
Certainly a big challenge for the team, but again, the fans are certainly going to win out in this, no doubt about it. I'm curious, as we go to Vegas this weekend, if Kevin Harvick can keep his momentum going. 5 straight races. He's finished first or second. What does it say about the relationship between he and Rodney Childers that they can win a championship and then just pick up right where they left off and finished, you know, top 2 in the first 2 races of the year?
Like you and I were talking earlier, I look at Rodney Childers. He's just the same person that he's been the whole time. He's doing the same things he done at Michael Waltrip Racing. He brought him to Stewart-Haas Racing, and Kevin Harvick loves it. It works. He's calm. They blew up on Saturday. You see Rodney Childers, he walks up, they talk about it, they put another motor in that car, and they come and run second. I think that Chad Knaus and Jimmy Johnson all over again. Hendrick knows how to pick them, and we know SHR is part of Hendrick.
Well, no doubt it's going to be fun to watch those guys over the next couple of years. All right, Rice, time for us to act like we know what we're talking about. Pick our Vegas winners. You know, in the last 6 Las Vegas races, there have been 6 different winners. That makes our job harder, Chris, doesn't it?
I'm not scared, because, you know, I finished second. Where did you finish at Atlanta? We'll talk about that later.
I finished in the wall with Jeff Gordon. All right, so who are you going to pick this weekend at Las Vegas?
He said Jeff Gordon. I'm going with the 2-4, baby, 2-4, because I'm telling you, Jeff Gordon is going to win this race to lock himself in and he's going to be on cruise control throughout the year to get to the chase.
Certainly makes the year a lot better when you win early on, doesn't it? Well, you left the door open for me, so I'm going to take your pick from last week. We're swapping our Atlanta picks. I'm going to take Kevin Harvick this week. I just think the speed they have, it's undeniable, isn't it? And I think that's going to be a key this weekend, track position and speed.
Absolutely. Speed's going to be a key, but I am saving him for next weekend.
Oh, very good. A preview for what we will see next weekend at Phoenix. And we'll be back right here on the preview show delivered by FedEx, and we'll talk a little Phoenix racing next week. Looking forward to that. You guys enjoy the Vegas race in the meantime. Have a fun weekend, everybody.